How to heal from failures and create our dream life. Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Dr. Meghna Dixit, author of You Matter, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our channel. Here we explore the fascinating realms of mind and brain and share the secrets to success. Help you heal your past and prepare for a brilliant future. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. And to all our returning viewers, a heartfelt welcome. If you are ready to dive into the incredible world of brain potential, type dive in the chat box right now. How do we heal ourselves from failures and create a dream life? How do we restart again? How do we continue to move forward? Sometimes the setbacks are very severe. Today, we are going to explore more about what exactly happens when we fail, the certain steps towards healing ourselves and restarting our journey to success. My dear champion, are you ready? Then type ready in the chat box. There was a small boy. When he was 5 years old, his father died. There was abject poverty at home. He quit school at age 16 to look for a job. By age 22, he had lost 4 jobs and failed as a railroad conductor. He decided to apply for a law school and got rejected. Tried his hand at insurance sales and failed miserably. At 20, his wife left him and took away their daughter with her. He tried to kidnap his own daughter and was convicted. Finally retired at the age 65 from a dishwasher's job in a cafe. He was so miserable that he even failed at suicide. And then at age 65, sits and writes what he wants in his life. Prepares a chicken recipe, travels across the country to sell the recipe, gets rejected 1009 times. But 1010 time, somebody decides to buy that recipe from him, and rest is history. Colonel Sanders, owner of Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a rags to riches story. It's a story of determination and grit. We've heard similar such stories of various successful people. It is very inspiring, isn't it? And we wonder, how did they do it? When we listen to such stories, we are charged up. With a renewed vigor, we go head-on into our goals. For a few days, we are focused. Then as days pass, the old routine sets in. Soon we realize we are back to square one. We feel miserable, we berate ourselves, we are back to feeling like a failure. Does this sound familiar? Type familiar in the chat box. For some of us, the same experiences get repeated. I had a client who had gone through 3 failed long-term relationships and 2 divorces. Each time the relationship broke, it was a deep setback for him when he came for consultation. He was recovering from the second divorce, which was quite messy as his partner was also very abusive. In his family, both father and mother's side, nobody had gone through such serious relationship challenges. And when I said to him that he attracted those kind of relationships, initially he found it difficult to digest. You heard it right. We attract failures same way as we attract success. If you are a regular to my channel and have been listening to all my videos from the beginning, then may be aware of the workings of our subconscious mind. But for the newcomers, I'm going to explain here a bit. Our childhood experiences play a major role in shaping our decision-making process that brings us success or failures. These childhood experiences and the way we have perceived them in our minds shape our belief system. Let me give you an example here. The small child is all excited to go to school. First day, new bag, new shoes, books, pens, pencils. The child has a wonderful time at school. Comes home excited, wants to share everything with mother. Mother takes one look at the child and gets irritated. The school uniform is dirty. Some pages in the books are torn. The child has also managed to lose one sock. Mother comes from her reality of the way things are at home, and she gives a good spanking to the child. The child gets traumatized. Now, there are many ways the child may perceive what happened. If I have fun, my mother does not like it. I should not make mother angry. Having fun is bad. Being happy comes with a price. or I don't care, I'm going to do what I want to do. These are some of the perceptions. The belief that gets formed may be, I don't deserve to be happy. This incident gets stored in the child's subconscious. Now here is the thing. Every time the child is having a good time or happy, the subconscious gets triggered and brings up the fear or guilt or shame for having a nice time. This subconscious trigger is carried into adulthood. This child, who is now an adult, put in a lot of hard work, wants to lead a successful life and is very capable to create the life that it wants. But being successful is being happy. And being happy triggers the subconscious belief. If this resonates, then type resonate in the chat box. I have seen many of my clients get into the self-sabotaging behavior. Some years back, I too was in the self-sabotage mode, which led to 2 partnership breakups in my business. Loss of clientele, loss of money, health deteriorated. And let me tell you, it's absolutely possible to come out of any such behavioral patterns formed in childhood. I've done it and so can you. It's a 3-step formula. Heal, rewire, and take action. So get ready to take notes and let's dive in. If you're ready, type ready in the chat box. Step 1. When we come face to face with any kind of failure, we go through a multitude of feelings and emotions. You may be feeling anxiety, depression, helplessness, guilt. It's important to acknowledge each and every feeling. You're feeling what you're feeling, and it is okay to feel what you're feeling. People around us are ready with pep talks. Don't worry, you will do better next time. Why are you feeling sad? So on and so forth. When we hear this pep talk, we brush aside what we are actually feeling. So the first step is to acknowledge what you are feeling. Step 2. Know your habits. What are your regular reactions? When you face a setback, what are the things you do? Do you isolate yourself? Do you take solace in any addictive habits like smoking, alcohol, binge eating, and shopping? Keep a track of your habits. Keeping a track of generally how we behave is a step towards breaking the habit. Step 3. Taking responsibility of the part we have played. Most of the times, we are quick to put the blame on outside factors or the other people in our life. Taking responsibility is taking charge. Healing happens when we take charge of our life. We are giving the signal that we are no longer ready to remain in a victim circumstance. Step 4. Daily journaling all your thoughts and decluttering your mind. When we face a setback, the negative chatter is too much. It's important that we empty that negative chatter. So daily journaling the thoughts help. Step number 5. Writing 10 things that you are grateful for and 5 things that you appreciate about yourself. You have to do this activity every night. It's a very powerful activity. I suggest you go through my video on gratitude to understand fully the power of gratitude. Now regarding appreciating yourself. You may say, what is there to appreciate? I'm a failure. Just do the activity. You can write anything that you appreciate about yourself. Physical, behavioral, mental, anything that you did during the day. Appreciating self develops a self-worth. A key ingredient in path to healing and success. Step 6. Make the plan that includes small measurable goals. I have learned this from my mentor. There are no unreasonable goals, only unreasonable timelines. So keep goals for 3 to 6 months. Each goal break into 10 actionable steps. It will be easier to move forward. Step 7. Celebrate. Every small action that you accomplish, you celebrate. Celebration can be just a pat on your back and saying to yourself, well done, or gifting yourself a small thing. But celebrating every small achievement is a must. And follow these 7 steps to heal yourself from any failures or setbacks. And do them regularly. But most important is to get a mentor who will walk the path with you in this healing journey. Guide you on every step. Was this video helpful to you? Then share it with your family and friends and let me know about your healing journey.